Well, of course, I think quite a very important day for the United Nations Population Fund. First and foremost, if you can take a step back and just reflect on the importance of this day, Doctor.
Well, thank you very much. On the 11th of July in 1987, the world suddenly arose to the fact that the population had reached 5 billion. And it was then clear that it was just not to be about the numbers of the people, it was to focus on the well-being of the people. And definitely, United Nations Population Fund, the UNFPA, had the responsibility of coordinating the United Nations systems in programs around population issues. And so it was decided in 1990 by the General Assembly of the United Nations that we have a World Population Day on the 11th of July to ensure that we advocate for the issues around the population, not just looking at their numbers, but looking at their quality of life and their well-being.
Well, of course, in terms of this, this thing talks about investing in young people. We know that for the last decade, young people have become sort of the focus in terms of mainstream international discourse. Why focus on this particular theme and this demographic in the population of the world?
Clearly, that demographic is very significant in all populations across the continent, across the continent of Africa, nationally, and the world over. One of the theories that we're looking at in economics right now in terms of development talks about a demographic dividend, which is the economic growth you would have when you have a large population of productive age people as against dependent population. And we do know that that young population is dynamic. They're the most interconnected generation that we have today. And they are the strong arm of national policies and plans to push productivity. And so their well-being is critical. Their capacity is important, and to ensure that they are able to contribute meaningfully to national development.
Mr. Simata, of course, this also rings true when it comes to Namibia. We know that it was reported about a couple of days ago that 44% of those that will be going to the polls are young people. Quite a significant number if you look at the demographics of the population of the country. Why is this also a very important day for Namibia to commemorate and be part of?
It is definitely very important because Namibia, statistically speaking, is definitely a youthful country. And if you deal with the issue of the youth, the numbers as we see them now, in our case we talk about youth refers to growth. Youth refers to productivity. And as the doctor said, the economic development of any country will definitely be realistic if you look after the youth. And that's why it's very important for us to make sure that our youth, as the main or the majority of the population, should be brought into line also to be sensitized around the issues of development and definitely population, how it links up with the development in Namibia as such.